Hey everyone, Only Pools here. Welcome to the channel. This is my first Pokemon channel. Um, Thank you for stopping by. Please consider liking and subscribing if you like the content that I'm going to be making on this channel. Today, we're just going to start off the first video with a reaction. We're going to be reacting to DJ's Poke Center. People are buying Pokemon again. Crash canceled. So this one should be pretty interesting, guys. I'm not sure if you know who DJ's Poke Center is, but if you do, you know, please go give a like and subscribe on his channel, which I should do. Please leave a comment for him. Let him know what you think. I will have the link to this video in the description below. Please go check it out. Yeah, so let's just kick off the channel with a good old reaction to our boy DJ's Poke Center here. He's a great up-and-coming content creator on YouTube for Pokemon. Please go check him out. He has great business advice. He's just started his own business, and he's filming his journey. So let's see what he has to say about the crash being canceled in Pokemon.
My name is DJ, and the market is getting really weird for Pokemon right now. So look, everybody's been saying, things are slowing down, sales are lower. I've seen vendor POVs, they're talking about things a little bit slower. So it feels like we're in this market slowdown and things just aren't the same as they were a few months ago. And then
we are in a market slowdown. If you've looked at the graphs in TCG Player, we're definitely in a market slowdown. I can tell you right now, I think we're pretty close to the bottom though. That's just my prediction. I don't think of course we're not crashing. I do believe that the crash is canceled. But I don't think we've hit the bottom quite yet. Let's see what DJ has to say about this.
Out of nowhere, I do record sales in 24 hours, which is crazy to think about because really the only thing I changed at my store was offer free shipping. And at the end of the day, if you buy 2, 3, 4 ETBs from my store, it's only $10 shipping. So if you spend
free shipping, free shipping will do that, my man. It will do that. You will get a lot of sales very quickly. How do I know? I run an eBay, so yeah.
It out, it's like $250 extra. But it's interesting, right? Because yeah, it's not just the things from the collection that sold out. I believe I have to do the math, I have to look at it and everything. I'm pretty sure I sold 25.
So behind him, sorry for pausing so much. So behind him, he had just recently bought a collection. I will also link that down in the channel below for you to go watch that video. But these shelves right here were all full of booster boxes and ETB. So it looks like he's gotten rid of quite a bit of them very quickly. So very interesting.
Extra or 30 extra ETBs that weren't even part of the collection simply because of free shipping. And so we're talking about Twilight Masquerade. Bro, I sold like 15.
See, yeah. Hold on, go back. Yeah, see, this is what his collection that he bought looked like. Yeah, he already had some of these things. But man, look at how beautiful that collection is. Look at it. I mean, okay, Pokemon Go, nobody really liked that set. But look how beautiful it looks on that shelf. Well as the Vivid Voltage here, the White Flare, the Stellar Crown. Yeah, I even Shrouded Fable. It all looks great right here on the shelf just as one unit. I would totally want this collection. I don't care about the price of it. It looks amazing. I would put it up in my Pokemon shelf in the other room that I have. I may consider bringing some Pokemon stuff out here. I don't really plan on it. This is just my living room. I'm just chilling. We're just making React content for now. We may do market video analysis. I don't particularly plan on doing that. I sort of just want to kind of react to what's going on in the market and give you guys my spin on what's going on. So get back to it.
Simply because of free shipping. And so we're talking about Twilight Masquerade. Bro, I sold like 15 or 12 Twilight Masquerade, which is crazy because I've had this store for almost 3 months now, and I've sold 1 Twilight Masquerade. And so you offer free shipping, and all of a sudden,
1 Twilight Masquerade?
Twilight Masquerades, 5. I had an order of 5 Twilight Masquerades. And White Flare, oh my goodness, so many White Flares. I had to go into my...
Yep, free shipping.
stash and take some of that, the things that are not in this room. I'm pretty confident I sold, probably 15 of those. Surging Sparks, probably at least 12. It's crazy because a lot of these products have just been sitting around on the store in stock. Journey Together, I sold out of all my regular Journey Togethers. Nobody's buying the Pokemon Center. Fair enough. I guess they don't really need the Pokemon Center, but all of those are gone. And I was just fascinated by how if you give someone free shipping and just save them a couple bucks, they will literally liquidate your entire store. I sold out of all my ancillary products. I think only a couple things are left. All the Victini boxes, the Latias. I think I have one more for the Destined Rivals.
Anybody will jump at the sight of any deal. Anybody that has any money, all you have to do is just take a little bit of the profit margin off of yourself, maybe offer a little free shipping. You're going to take a little bit of a hit on your margins, but man, is it going to sell fast.
One, the one that comes with Mega, and I want to say Destined Rivals, half and half. Really nice promo on there. The only things that didn't sell as far as booster box, we sold everything booster box except for 3, which still come with the acrylic, by the way, which I think is like a $20, $25 value.
Are those right there?
Forces, I didn't expect that one to sell out, to be honest. Obsidian Flames, I'm really shocked that this one did not sell out, considering it's going out of print in April, or not going out of print, it's going out of rotation.
I personally don't like Obsidian Flames. Temporal Forces, though, I do love that set. One of my favorite sets. I have about 5 or 6 booster boxes of that right now. Obsidian Flames, I have 0. I just don't like Obsidian Flames. I think it's bad Charizard set. The Charizards in the set aren't that great. The Obsidian Glass Charizard is The Mega Evolutions Charizard is going to destroy, the Phantasmal Flames Charizard is going to destroy the Obsidian Flames Charizard. That's my opinion. I don't particularly like Obsidian Flames, but each their own. It is a sealed product, and sealed products are going to keep going up. It's just going to be one of those low tier Scarlet Violet sets where, if you buy into it, you'll be relatively safe. It'll move here and there, but yeah.
In April, really surprised that one didn't sell. And Mega Evolutions, I think we have that listed for like 210, maybe it's 220, whatever it is. It's pretty much as
normal
low
price
as it gets, for Mega Evolution. So I'm not too surprised there. As far as the ETBs from the collection, every single one sold except for these 5 here. So Scarlet and Violet Base, Shrouded Fable, Stellar Crown,
I had a case of Shrouded Fable when it came out, and it took 6 months for those 4 or 5. However many is in the case. I forget. I don't normally buy Elite Trainer box cases, but it took like 6 months for that case to sell. No, I did. It's like 6 of them in the case. Never mind. Something like that. But yeah, it took like 6 months for them to sell. I opened it up. I opened one of them, but for the rest of the 5, yeah, it took like 6 months for those things.
Temporal Forces and Sword and Shield base. I actually think this Stellar Crown came from one of my personal collection. The 151 did sell. I
personally did not pick up any Stellar Crown Elite Trainer boxes. I did pick up a case of the booster boxes. I liked the set a little bit, so honestly, I opened them all. I wanted to try to get the Chase, Terapagos. I love the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle. I have quite a few of them. I kind of do like Stellar Crown. I think it's much better than Obsidian Flames, that's for sure.
Added another one of my 151. I found this in my inventory. It has a tear. Like, I don't.
Sorry, that may be a hot take. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below if you like that or not.
No, like a 1/2 inch tear. So I put that up there for like $330, and I guess nobody really wanted to buy it because it has a little small tear, and that is what it is. For the Pokemon centers, almost all of them sold, which is awesome.
Wait, was that hold on, is that
tear?
Pokemon Center? No,
there for
okay.
Like $330, and I guess nobody really wanted to buy it.
Yeah,
it has a little small tear, and that is what it is. For the Pokemon centers, almost all of them sold, which is awesome. Surging Sparks did not. Journey Together, Temporal Forces. Seems like anything Temporal Forces people aren't really messing with. Stellar Crown, Twilight, and
I don't know why that is. It's such a stacked set. I mean, the ancient version of the dogs are awesome. I love them.
Shrouded Fables Pokemon Center.
Especially the Raging Bolt.
So think about this. The collection was like 61 or 62 items, and this is all we have left, dude. Kind of crazy to think about. But like I said, the most impressive
good job, DJ. Good job.
Seeing that there are still thousands and thousands of people ready to pounce on Pokemon. These are still things that were not MSRP.
Oh yeah,
not selling
I agree.
Any of these items, I don't think.
I think the market is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I don't see the market crashing unless some economic crazy thing happens, which definitely can happen. Sure.
MSRP, and all I had to do was add in free shipping. It just shows you that Pokemon is not necessarily slowing down. This is what I'm starting.
Hey, my guy, you gotta your lip is a little wet right there, brother.
To think. I may have been incorrect by making some of the statements that I have. It's not that they're slowing down. It's that people are being more wise. Maybe you want to call it cheap. I'm just messing with you though, bro. Maybe whatever you want to call it, right? They're being smarter with their dollar. They're stretching it out a little bit more. They're still buying. Believe me, tons of people are still buying Pokemon. And I definitely thought all the Sword and Shield would sell out. I was expecting that, as it did, except for, of course, the base set. But I was just so shocked by the Scarlet and
let me know if you like the Sword and Shield base set down below. I think it's trash. I think it is complete garbage.
Violet move. I mean, dude, sold out of all the little tins that I've been trying to sell. Every little ancillary product sold out. And I just looked around my inventory and I was like, look at this, dude. Gone. It's all, my store's gone. Now, I mean, I probably, for the store,
now you gotta re-up, boy.
If I had to estimate, I'd say we're under 70 ETBs for the actual store's inventory. This is, you know, the same stuff. Twilight, Masquerade Regular, Prismatic.
That is the single hardest thing. I mean, if you've watched PokeAny, you watch DJ here, Nostalgianomics, any of them, TJR, anybody, the hardest thing in this hobby is finding collections at good prices, especially if you're trying to sell, and keeping that going constantly. You have to constantly keep it going. Otherwise, yeah, you're cool. You sold everything. You know, look at DJ's shelf, and you know what next? Because he's running a business. He's running a store. So, see.
I'm not gonna really want to sell at all. I have to limit Prismatic for sure because we just all know what's gonna happen with Prismatic. I think right now it's at $120 or so. If you put those up for 110, they're gonna be sold instantly. That's just the way Prismatic is. Again, guys, there's so many buyers out there, and I really experienced that, and I really learned that. So,
hey, I'm one of them, man. I haven't bought from you yet, but I might, man. I'm liking your store. I'm liking your prices. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger and helping the homie out.
If you purchased anything, thank you so much, man. That is freaking incredible. You know, Nostalgianomics recently made a video, I think it was last week or so, and it was talking about how there is no slowdown really when you look at the volume. You know, if you look at how many were sold that week, sold that day, sold that month, it's actually up in some cases, especially for Sword and Shield. So it just shows you definitely people are still.
What are you guys buying that's going down right now? Let me know below. I'm very interested in that. There are still some things going down, especially cards. Are you still buying cards? Are you still just pure sealed? Are you a hybrid collector, investor, cards and boxes like I am? Me personally, I'm buying more cards. I'm more interested in the $10 to $50 range, maybe $50 to $100 range cards that I believe are going to grow in value. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. $2, $5, $10 cards end up $50, $60, 1 year, and they just never go back down. Maybe they go back down to like $20, $30, but that's sort of what I'm kind of focusing on right now. I've kind of laid off on the big hits for now. I still feel like we have like 3-4 more months of those coming down. And yeah, maybe not. I am starting to see floors on some of these big cards. So yeah, just pay attention, pay attention to the market, keep your finger on the pulse, and dive in when you can. Dive in when you can. Don't wait. Don't wait too long.
Buying, and obviously I'm just one person on one store that ran one crazy sale, but for me it was definitely evidence that wow, holy crap, man. I'm going to show you a picture right here.
This look
is
at that
insanity. Look at this. This was just one of the trips that I took to UPS. like
good
holy
shit,
crap,
DJ.
Man. That was cool. And I just wanted to reflect and say thank you to all of you, man. I stayed up till about 2 a.m. I started about 4 p.m. packing. I want to say we did the sale live around 2 p.m. Don't quote me. 1 or 2 p.m., something around there. And oh my goodness, my phone's like, the orders were insane, dude.
That's crazy.
It was just so crazy. So yeah, I
That's
stayed
awesome,
up to about 2
man.
a.m. I go take a shower, I brush my teeth, I lay down. We had 2 more orders. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna wake up and hopefully there's not any more orders. I think there was like 4 or 5 when I woke up. And then of course, it's really interesting how this continues, right? I packed those up and I'm like, okay, time to go post office, got a couple more. And then I turned it off. I was like, all right, it's been 24 hours, guys. That's it. So I've really been thinking, how can we replicate this? I don't know that you can replicate this level of success in this way, certainly. A collection like that simply just doesn't come around very often where it's that rare, you know.
Right. That's what I was getting to earlier. Like how, you know, finding these collections and yeah, going, even having the capital to go all in on them whenever somebody's really wanting to get rid of it, and they will take 70%. You have 70% to buy this stuff with. You have to be careful. One of the things that I did for a long time was buy like booster boxes 2 a month, and you know that's $200, $400 plus dollars, maybe even more depending on what booster box I'm buying. Sometimes like this month I bought 2 Evolving Skies booster boxes, so I spent $4,000. But yeah, I used to just try to do that, and it turned out that that was just eating my capital, and I've never really had the chance to hop on a collection at 70%, you know, $10,000, $15,000 worth at 70%, and just get a great, amazing deal and have a great collection to then, you know, sell off.
Even if you have a little condition issue, even if you have a
Even
corner
invest
band
in.
or a small hole or something, I mean, it's always expected with older product. But I don't think another
Yeah,
collection
I'm not
that
really
is
too
gonna come
worried
around
about
in that quality.
I'm not really too worried about the quality of the boxes per se. You know, I don't want a terrible beat up box. I'll take a beat up box. I'll even buy straight up a beat up box sometimes.
Quality, definitely not in that quantity. I mean, it was massive. You know, I've been asking myself, obviously I still want to make sales and I still want to see days like that again. It's crazy because Pokey, I believe he said an average day for him is $20,000 in sales. We didn't
That's pretty
quite
wild.
hit 20,000. I think it was closer to like 15. You know, Shopify is really weird with the
Good
data.
job,
It
brother.
always takes me a day or two for it to
That's good
actually be
enough
accurate. But I think
in my
we
book.
sold roughly $15,000 to $16,000 worth of inventory in about 24 hours. And my old record, just so you know, I believe was $3,000.
That is
flat.
crazy.
So awesome problem to have. It was like, whoa, this is crazy. You know, the kids came out and helped. You know, I should say helped. You know what it is when kids
Yeah,
help, man. Like they
they
mess up
don't.
the tape and stuff. But you know, it was like a family event. It was really cool. It was really nice that they, you know, wanted to help at least. And then once you let them help a little bit, you know, just kind of push them aside, say, go lay down, because you just kind of do it quicker by yourself. But that was awesome, man. It was such a crazy experience. So I've been thinking before I filmed this video, now that the post office is finally closed, how can we replicate this? Is there another way that we
What do you guys think? Can you guys do this better than DJ? Is there a strategy you have for buying collections? Is there a strategy you have for selling things? Let us know in the comments below. I'd like to know.
could get this many people? Like I said, over 10,000 people came to the store. Are you kidding me? Like, I think our record before was like 11 or 15 or 20 or something at one time, right? You'll say like live visitors. What happened was people like Team Rocket Joey shouted us out. Other Discords that I don't even know who these people are shouted us out. We were like,
Yep.
yo, you guys got to.
And that is why it is important to do this right here. Start a channel. This is my first video. Start a channel. Do it. I'm just simply reacting, adding a little bit of my own commentary, my own opinions, things that I do, and asking you guys questions about what you do and would like to hear back from you. Start a channel. Just do it. I bought an Insta360 mic, or a camera. I've got a Yeti mic, and that's it. That's all I needed. It was about $180, $190. That was it.
Look at these deals. They're too cheap. They're way under market. $70, $50, $20 under market. I'm assuming that's what happened. Again, I don't know who's doing it or what, but it must have been so widespread. I don't know if people were spreading on Twitter as well. I just know the word got out and it was like an explosion, you know, in the amount of emails I was getting and Instagram DMs. I'm like, that sold out.
That's a tough problem to have. Let me know. You know, if you're running a business, how many emails you normally get per day, and what kind of strategies are you using to deal with all of that? Are you using a mail service that automatically responds? You know what's going on? Let me know.
That sold out. They're like, I saw it. Can I buy it? It's already sold. And so I was just like, wow, dude, it's pretty crazy to think about. But how can I really replicate that? I think the answer is I can't with English. And so recently I made a video and I talked about Japanese and how it like really didn't do great for me. By the way, we sold out of all the Mega Dream. Shout out to all of you. But it didn't really do great for me after the first case. The first case we were really profitable on. It was awesome. Second case came really late due to weather, blah, blah, blah. That's not really my fault. It's the, you know, it happens. Weather happens, snow.
Do you guys invest in Japanese? I don't. I tried in the beginning. It was doing okay, but like if you go look at TCG Player or your collector app, and you look at any of the Japanese products that you own, I personally own the full set of Prismatic Evolutions in Japanese and in English. I pulled the God Pack. Don't ask me how. I opened a booster bundle, and there it was. I got it from GameStop. And I swear that was the highest high I've ever had in my life. It will never be beat. But back to the point, the Japanese set of evolutions that I own, their graphs on the collector app are like, whereas the English Umbreon is, you know, it's smooth, and now it's you, but it's smooth, right? The Japanese graphs are like da 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 da. Yeah, I personally don't invest in Japanese. Sorry to do this to you, brother. That's an interesting frame dust stopped on you.
Happens, it just delays for 2 or 3 days. That sucked. But anyways, I said, you know what? I'm reconsidering the Japanese thing. Maybe it's not for me. Pokey Annie commented on that video and he said, dude, do it again. You didn't even give it a try.
Again,
try it one time. Trust me, do it again. You'll hit $1 million in sales in 2026. And I was like, oh, and I've learned a while.
Honestly, bro, I would definitely listen to Pokey Annie. He sees your potential, and 100%, brother, give it another try. I think you're going to do well in both English and Japanese. It'll help you diversify. You'll just have more product to sell. You'll do fine.
Ago. When there's someone that knows what the hell they're talking about, when Pokey NE tells you to do something, you know, I'm trying to do things that Pokey NE is doing, obviously in like a much smaller scale, and he tells me to do something, shut your damn mouth, open your ears, and listen. And so that's, you know, definitely something that I'm going to do. I'm going to continue Japanese. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to pretend I know more than Pokey NE. He's lived it. He's done it. He's doing it. That's all I need to know. You know, if a non-TCG came around and said, DJ, this is why your Magic failed, because I did try Magic and I never put it on the store. It's just the Magic market completely collapsed, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I have tons of sealed product, which I do want to sell. I do want to start selling. Let me know if you're interested in Magic sealed product. I definitely want to start putting that on the store, but I don't want to break even either. If I can make 10%, worst case scenario, but really.
I would definitely give collector boxes and MTG a try. I own some Final Fantasy, Duskmourn, the Tarkiers, what's that set? Phyrexia All Will Be One collector boxes. Those are going crazy right now. They're about to hit $1,000 here pretty soon. Magic collector boxes, do not sleep on them.
Ideally like 15-20%. I would love to sell more Magic. Let me know if you would buy Magic from me for sure.
I would.
If a non-TCG came around and was like, DJ, this is the reason you failed Magic. Shut your mouth and listen. I'm going to educate you. Guess what I would do? Same thing, right? If somebody really knows what they're talking about, that's what I'm going to do. Or at least at the minimum, I'm going to continue.
And that's what I'm doing right here. That's why we're watching this together. We want to listen to what DJ has to say about the markets. And I just want to give my personal opinions on it. I don't run a business. I do heavily invest in Pokemon, though. I do know a thing or two. I do think I have good opinions.
Consider what they have to say, take it extremely seriously, and then I'm probably going to execute what they say. Because on YouTube, here's the thing. There's going to be tons of content creators that come out and they always have opinion on how you should run your channel, what their morals are, and how they think you should do things on your channel and for your business. But a lot of them don't even run businesses themselves. A lot of them don't even...
Look, I just admitted it. I don't right now. I have an eBay store. Now, will I in the future? I hope so. I hope this will help me make connections in the community so I can start a business maybe. And get something going in Pokemon. And man, I'm trying to quit my job too. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live life without working for somebody else.
Have successful YouTube channels themselves, but they'll give you advice on like how you should do it and people in the comments and stuff. So like all that stuff, you know, it's sure, listen to it, consider it, say thank you so much for your time, and then just kind of ignore it, right? In this ear, don't be rude, out the other. But when somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, like PokeNE, tells me, hey dude, you got to keep trying Japanese, bro. Trust me, it's going to work out. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to shut my mouth and we're going to listen. You know what's interesting? Before I did this sale, the store did start picking up. It really did, like the day after Christmas. Like the 26th, I'm not even kidding. 24, yeah, I think the 20th. Like,
I noticed that as well. Like the day after Christmas, everything just started moving up again. Quickly, too. Quickly. So it was like, all right, Christmas is over. We spent our money on our kids. I guess everybody who was spending last minute, cash on gifts, I guess they still have more cash. Yeah, it was crazy to see.
The 25th was super slow, man. I was like, dang, I don't even know if I got more than 1 or 2 sales. 26 did pick up organically before we got the collection. And, 27th was decent. Yeah, day before, yesterday, really, we did the launch and that's when things exploded. It just shows me how much money is really still in Pokemon. If this is like the slowdown, if this is the market turn or whatever, oh baby, I can't imagine when Ascended Hero comes around or 30th anniversary. I just know I need more inventory. And yeah, Magic would be interesting for me, for sure. I'm going to give it another try. So I have been talking to some trustworthy sources about Magic, and they said, dude, it's really difficult to get that.
What do you guys think about Magic? Do you guys invest in Magic or no? Do you guys play Magic? I love to play Magic, which means I kind of inherently invest in it. But I do buy collector boxes.
Pokemon, you don't even have distribution, bro, right? So like, how do you plan on keep getting it? Are you gonna keep finding these amazing S tier, God tier collections and that's like your business? Like that's hard to do, right? And I totally agree. They're like, dude, if you just focus more on Magic or at least like 30% of the business, you can get a steady flow for a really good price and it just keeps coming.
That's another good thing about Magic.
And that's kind of the difference. And so for me, that's really interesting, right? Because you guys know I'm a volume kind of guy. If I can make 10%, I'm pretty happy. If I can make 15%, I'm ecstatic. And that's okay with me. I want to get the sealed product and turn and burn it. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to make top dollar. None of that. I want it in and out, in and out. The product move from my hand to your hand and just keep it flowing, right? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Magic for sure is something that I want to put more on this channel. We'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to make a second channel or not. I don't know enough about Magic to where I'd feel comfortable making a second channel. So I think we'll just throw it on the store.
Yeah, I just throw it on the store. Just keep talking about things like you do here. I mean, Alex from Nostalgianomics, he's talked about Magic before, and it's fine. Rudy talks about all sorts of things besides Magic.
We'll give it shout outs like we do now. Let me know if you're watching to this part of the video. Put in hashtag magic. I think I've rambled enough. I appreciate every single one of you.
I'll definitely leave you the hashtag magic.
Wrong when it comes to the slowdown, 100% from what I'm seeing, or maybe it's on the tail end and we're starting to recover. Don't know fully, but I can say, yeah, I was at least partially wrong and I'm man enough to admit that. And you just have to give them a little bit more of a discount. If you're already giving them a discount, give them a little bit more and you would be surprised how fast those things will sell off of your store. Appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one.
All right, that was it, man. What do you guys think? You guys think the crash is canceled? Do you guys still think we have a little bit more to drop? Do you guys think the crash is gonna continue and this is just a little baby bump that's happening and and Pokemon's going to 0, or what do you guys think? Definitely go check out DJ's Poke Center. Go like and subscribe to his video. Link will be posted in the description below. And please, if you like what I'm doing here, please consider liking and subscribing. Peace.